Hey guys, it's Lorene, and today we're doing a cooking video, and I have my daughter Alana here with us, and her friend Haley.
Hi.
Say hi, girls.
Hi.
They're going to be my little assistants today, actually. We're going to put them to work. No, we won't. We won't make them work too much. But we are making one of Alana's favorite dishes, huh?
Yep.
She likes chicken Francaise, and this dish is nice because it's relatively quick. I know a lot of my videos are longer and for a crowd, but this is like a weeknight dish that you can just make relatively quick, and you don't have to worry about slaving over the stove for hours, okay? Alright, so guys, chicken. We're going to make 2 chicken dishes today. And what you want to do is, what I do is I buy that big family pack of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, okay? And then I slice, wash them up, dry them, slice them really thin, and so you don't have to wash the pan, I just take a baking sheet and I cover it with tin foil. And then I line it with paper towels. And then I put the sliced thin pieces on there, like that, see? Now this is like 4 or 5 big, huge, large chicken breasts. So like I'm gonna use all these, but I'm gonna make like 3 different dishes this week. So if you don't do it all in one night, you could do it the next night, you could do half of it. And if you have even more, the next night you do another. Like I usually do chicken cutlets. I'm gonna do the chicken Francaise tonight, which is chicken with lemon, white wine, butter, a little parsley. And then later I will do the chicken with artichokes, capers, and roasted peppers, which is a good one too.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so we have the chicken already sliced up thin, okay? So now what we're going to do is, we're not going to have to wash that pan later, which is nice, right? That's a good tip, right, Haley?
Yes.
Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to warm up the pan. And this is interesting because I'm not using olive oil tonight or garlic. And all my dishes seem to have olive oil and garlic in them. Not tonight, folks. Alright, so what I'm going to use is just a vegetable oil. So you're going to cover the bottom of the pan with that, okay? And you want to heat that up. You want to heat it up on high, medium to high. You don't want it smoking, but you need to get it going, okay? And then before I saute the chicken, I'm going to add a little bit of butter, and that's going to bring the temperature of the oil down so nothing burns. Okay? A lot of times, if you're just sauteing in regular oil, it'll burn because you want to bring it up to a high temperature. And when you start seeing it smoke, then you know it's done. Okay, but for this dish, what we're going to do is flour and egg. And what I'd like to do is, I'm actually going to just move this chicken over here. Put the flour and egg up on top, so it's close. I like to set everything up in, right next to this pan. So
Assembly line.
yes, that's the word I was looking for. Thank God I have you guys here. You see, you help me out. All right, so now we have to season the flour and egg, and that's pretty much all we're going to do. Here, I'll give you the fun ones. I need a little salt and pepper in each, and the flour and the egg. Okay, so now that's just all-purpose flour, and then I did about 4 or 5 eggs. Yep, that's all you're gonna do. You're just gonna season the flour, season the egg. A little bit more, just put a little bit more. And then if you really wanted to, you could season the chicken as well with salt and pepper, okay? There we go. And then a lot of times, I think certain recipes will do egg first and then flour, but I've always done it this way, just flour first, then egg. I like the egg on the outside of the chicken, I don't know. So, now, see, you're going to feel that. See how, you want to turn it up a little. See how, feel it. Just don't burn yourself. See how it's getting hot?
Yeah.
All right, you're going to notice, and then, we'll start with this first, because we can start loading them into the egg. So we'll do the flour, and you just want to coat it and then kind of shake it off a little bit. You're going to make this someday, right? When you're in your little apartments, they're going off to college, so they're going to need some good recipes. Wait, are you going to have kitchens? No kitchens yet. No. Oops. Flour is a mess, so you have to be gentle with it. Okay, but anyways, we can shove a few of them into the egg, so when the pan's ready, we're ready to go. You see, if you look down, you're going to see that the oil is starting to shake a little bit. See it? So that means it's starting to get really hot. But I want to turn it up to high because you want to brown this chicken. We're going to brown it on both sides. We're going to set it aside, and we're not going to worry about it being cooked all the way through because at the end I'm going to add it back in, and it's going to cook more. So I think a lot of people are concerned with that when they do like a sautéed chicken. They're like, oh, is it cooked? Is it cooked? Well, don't worry about it. Add it back into the pan, then you make you're going to make a juice, a sauce, and then you're going to add the chicken back in. It cooks. All right, so we're going to do like maybe 4 pieces now. And then while it's in the pan, I'll do 4 more just to keep this assembly line going. Like with Lori with her chicken cutlets, she adds all the chicken to the egg, so she's ready to roll right when it's ready to fry.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I can see that this is starting to get high. Sometimes you'll just see if there's any smoke, and And then what I like to do, and this is my little trick, is I add the butter right before I'm ready to fry it. And you're gonna hear the sizzle, okay? See that? That's what you want. You want that sizzle, okay? And if I had put the oil and the butter in at the same time, the butter would burn, okay? That's why you always start with the oil and then add your butter, okay? Because this is going to be, actually, I just wanted it a little bit higher. I'm going to add a little bit more butter. This recipe is, you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, but you see what I'm saying? You want it nice. You want it to get going, like nice and bubbly. Foamy, I should say. Okay. So just let that go for a couple more minutes. So we have like 4 or 5 pieces already in the egg. And what I do, you're going to notice that's going to start getting a little bit light brown. That's when you know to put it in. I'm going to just do a couple more in here while that's waiting. And then we'll put the chicken aside because we're going to do a different chicken with the rest. Okay. You see how that's getting, Haley?
Yeah.
It's getting bubbly and hot.
Foamy.
But always be careful with oil. You want when you put the chicken in, you want to do it away from you. Okay? So what I would do is just everything close, okay? So you're just going to add it. So you want to hear that sizzle, okay? Again. Do it so it's facing away from you when you drop it in. Now this piece is a little bit thicker. So that one I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to make sure that that one stays in a little bit longer. And you'll be able to judge yourself. The thinner the piece is, the quicker it's going to cook, you know? So we're going to fill this up. And then we're going to start the assembly line again, where that's going. Because you want to get a nice little, you want to just make sure it's coated on both sides with the flour and both sides with the egg, okay? So far, so good. Easy, right?
Yeah.
No problem? No issues? How about you? She knows how to cook. She's just lazy.
I'm lazy.
I'm just teasing.
Why would I
Out of
cook
all
when
of them, you probably would cook the most with me, though.
Yeah,
She helps me make the cutlets and the meatballs. You helping your Kel?
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
No, she
okay.
cooks.
All right, so now look. This is a nice thin pieces. I'm going to show you the brown that we want.
So it looks fine.
Now, if it starts to get too brown, very simply, you can just turn it down if you have gas, even with electric, and then you can always add more butter because the butter will bring the temperature down. But see that color right there? That's the color we want, okay? Now that's nice. You want, yeah, it's fast. But see, this piece is thick, and that, you know, when you have a chicken breast, there's a tenderloin piece that you cut off. That's that piece. You can still eat it, it's just as good, but it's going to be a little bit thicker. And you can try to pound it, but I don't like to pound the tenderloin because they shred. See how nice that is, that crust? Now, if the oil was not hot enough, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that crust, so you got to be patient. And this pan is nice too. This pan is similar to Lori's electric skillet. It doesn't splat a lot. I like it. It's a non-stick. I've never really been a fan of using the cast aluminum. I like the non-sticks for this because this is a good buy. I think I got this at like Marshall's. I love this pan. You can find good buys at Marshall's, huh?
Yeah, you can.
Anyways, and then QVC as well. Oh, so I have the water for the pasta going. Now, when we eat this chicken francais, what I do is we always have to have the pasta, the thin spaghetti. She likes angel here.
Yeah.
And what we do is the same sauce that we cook the chicken in, we put on the pasta. So you serve it over the same. You like to do it that way?
Yeah.
Instead of the red sauce with like a lemon chicken, we'll make the same white wine lemon sauce and make the pasta on that. Get it? All right. So now you can just turn it over one more time if you want to give it enough. You can see it's going now. Good, right? And just be careful. It could splat a little bit. You always turn it down. It's all right. All right. Now I'm going to show you what I do here. I just take this chicken. I put it in another pan right there. And don't worry about that not being cooked, okay? Because we're gonna finish that off in the pan. See now, look at this is nice and hot. But I'm gonna add a little bit more butter before I put in the next batch, because that's gonna turn the temperature of the oil down. Okay. So there we go. Now I'm gonna leave that piece in there because it's a little bit thicker. Remember I told you the thicker piece is gonna take a little bit longer. This is super thin, so it's gonna cook fast. And just place it in there. So, so with a family pack of chicken, I'll make 3 dishes in 1 week. I'll do cutlets. I will do the chicken francais. I'll do the chicken. It's kind of similar to a chicken scarpariello. It has hot peppers, roasted peppers, capers, artichokes. I just kind of made it up myself. That's what you do. You just make it up as you go along, right?
Yeah.
Have you made any of the dishes on any of my videos? Yeah.
And I made the stuffed peppers.
Oh, nice. How'd they come out?
Good.
We had those last night, as a matter of fact. That's a good recipe, too, because everyone likes it in my family. I don't have to make 3 different dinners in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just started eating the pepper.
Yeah, see, Kayla likes the carbonara, and then you don't want the carbonara. And then we like the white clam, and Kayla won't eat the white.
I like the
You just can't
pepper.
win sometimes around here, folks. Okay, so look, that's it. Look how great that is. Now, we'll set this aside. We're going to make a different chicken later. Now, sometimes if you want your lemons juicier, just put them in the microwave for like 20 seconds. And then when you're done with that, save it, because you can use the zest. And you can also use it to put down your disposal. And it keeps it nice and fresh. Smelling good? See? She's strong. Oh, God, this is so fun. Are you having fun yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you're having fun when you're eating. I know this one.
Yeah.
She
that's
likes to
true. I
She comes over with the macaroni all the time, huh?
do. Love it.
I want to do one of these with your mom, too.
Oh, God.
Will Kelly do it?
Yeah.
All right, what's one of her specialties? She bake or cook?
Cook.
Oh, yeah.
More?
No, that's good. That's like a little lemon, right? Yeah, leave that there. And then bring it over. I'll show you the rest of what we're going to do. All right, so you just want to get a nice brown on these guys. You guys get the idea, right? And now we're going to use the same pan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it down now. Turn it off. Okay, but you see that nice brown that it's getting?
Yep.
That's the flour and the egg. And that's... Nope. Ooh, that's nice. All right, you know what I'm going to do? We want to get rid of a little bit of this oil because we don't want that much in the sauce, okay? It's greasy, you're right, so we don't want all that. So I'm just going to get rid of a little bit of it. But I want to save a little bit of that juice in there, okay? Oh, all right, you get that. Okay, so now we're going to add the white wine. So this is going to be a lemon white wine sauce, and you want to be very careful. Shut the stove off when you add the white wine. If you don't want to cook with white wine, you can replace it with chicken broth. I just add a little bit of white wine into these dishes. Now it's gonna smoke up, okay? That's okay. All right, I'm gonna put it like a half a cup. It's gonna bring it down. It looks like a lot, but it's gonna burn off. See? And then that's gonna pick up all those any scraped flavors from the bottom. Okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna just reduce that down. It looks like a lot. Now I'm gonna turn it back on. Okay? Don't add the wine with the flame on. Okay? Or even take it off the burner completely. Okay, and if you're worried, you can let it cool down a little bit and then add the wine, okay? Now I can turn it up, and now I want to boil it up. Okay, so what you're doing is you're getting all the little flavors that were on the bottom of the pan. This is called deglazing. Got that, Rachel? These are very technical terms, come on. I'm going to test you at the end. Like you're in school. All right, she hates school. How's our pasta water doing? This is gonna take a little bit of time. All right, good. All right, so we're just gonna cook that down and see. There was flour on that chicken, so immediately it's gonna start thickening, because the excess flour is still in the pan. That's what you want. You want a nice thick sauce. But what I do is I always start with the wine, and then I do the lemon, and then if I need more sauce, and I will need more sauce with this because I'm using the same sauce on the pasta. That's why I add the chicken broth, because it gives you extra sauce for both dishes, okay? And then at the end we finish it with, of course, another pat of butter. Because butter just makes everything better, right?
Right.
We know that.
Unfortunately.
Right, Hugh?
Yes.
Yeah, but we're not eating all that. So you
Right.
can have your butter.
Moderation.
That's right. I like that. She's good. Alana, you're supposed to be picking up over here. You have to clean while you cook. What's that? All right, so look at that. We're getting a nice reduced wine. Now we're going to add you add the lemon juice, Alana. Go ahead. Add the lemon juice. No, leave that on. So this, it kind of just separates it, so make sure no pulp or no seeds. See that little section? Add all that lemon. Good. Okay. Now we want to just keep just making our sauce. Here, why don't you do this?
Okay.
Oh boy. All right. So whenever you're holding it a little tight, so the pan doesn't move around.
Okay.
And then just All right. Now we're gonna add the noodles because we want to make sure this is done. And what do we do with the pasta water, Lana? Large pan, a lot of water, and we have to salt it first, right? Okay. Alright, it's almost there. Alright, this is good. We're doing good. Alright, now I'm going to do a little bit of the chicken broth. Now you're going to now I'm going to turn that down a little bit because you boil it out for a few minutes. This is the sauce that's going to go on there. And that's just going to mellow it out so it's not too
The problem
lemony.
is you just throw it in there.
Yeah, I know. I don't really measure anything. We'll get the measurements for the website, right, Haley?
Right.
Yeah, we can't do that right now. Well, you should see the next dish I'm making. I just literally was throwing spices in there. I'll have to figure out the exact quantities. See, when you do this enough times, you figure it out. It's all in your head.
Yeah, you
Right? You get used to it. All right, so we're making the lemon white wine sauce for the chicken. We're going to add that chicken back in a minute, but I want to let that boil out a little bit more. All right, now, Alana, you add the salt. There it is. Go ahead, that's enough. Once you add the salt, it's going to bring it to a boil. Just pour it in. Good. That's good. See, it brings it up to a boil when you add that salt. Now add the pasta, and again, one of my favorite brands, but you can use whatever you like. And then you can do angel here, or spaghetti, or the thin spaghetti. Right, Lana? What do you like?
Thin spaghetti and angel hair is not really different.
Oh yes, the angel hair is much thinner than this. Okay, so what do you have to do right away? You have to stir it, because it'll stick. You knew that, right?
Yes.
You make pasta, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, good. You girls better watch these videos when you're cooking. These are for you, you know. And Rachel. All right, so we stir that good. That's not going to take too long because that's a. All right, so look, we got this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to taste it a little bit, because when you reduce it down, you want to make sure it's balanced out. You want to make sure the acid from the lemon and the wine and the chicken broth. I think we're going to probably have to add a little bit of salt to that too, Lana. Hold on. A little too lemony. Come on, let me take salt. All right, so the salt will offset it too. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of salt.
A little bit.
That's not. Let me have the chicken broth. I'm gonna add a little bit more. All right, and you stir that there. Okay. All right, that's it. We're just gonna add a little bit more. That was probably like a quarter cup overall, not too much. What's your favorite chicken dish? Like a roasted chicken?
Yeah.
Chicken cutlets?
Chicken cutlets, yeah. Especially,
You make those, right?
especially yours, no.
I've never
I don't
been to a
believe
house and you've had chicken cutlets.
No.
No? Well, you gotta make
You guys
chicken
eat, like,
cutlets.
grilled
I like
chicken.
I like your chicken cutlets.
Oh.
Yeah, grilled chicken.
You like Kelly's too.
She doesn't even make them.
Who doesn't make them?
Oh my gosh. I don't know anybody that chicken cutlets is like so good because then she takes them to school.
For lunch.
Yeah, do you
Chicken
steal
cutlet
her
sandwich.
chicken cutlets when she's
I used to.
You guys bring elaborate lunches to school. Holy moly.
Sandwiches every day.
Yeah, sandwiches, salads. It's like a production. Okay, so now we got this going. Now we're gonna add the chicken back in, okay? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add the parsley first. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of parsley, it's fresh Italian parsley, okay? I'm gonna add that all in. I already sliced that up. And then we're gonna add that one little pat of butter at the end. Remember what I said?
More butter.
Yeah, it's good. This is gonna thicken it up too. Okay, now we're gonna whisk that in. See how nice that is? You're gonna love this. Have you had this before?
No, I haven't had it.
Alright, you're gonna love this sauce. See, it thickens it up nice when you add it. Makes it nice and shiny and glossy, the butter at the end. Ooh, see how it's thickening it up, Haley? See that?
Yeah.
Alright, now we're gonna place the chicken back in because we want the chicken to cook a little bit. Where'd my fork go? I lost my fork. Well, you want to use a new fork anyways because that one was touching the raw chicken, okay? So, huh? Okay. What? Alright, so we're gonna throw these back in and we're gonna keep it on a simmer, okay? Isn't that nice? One pan wonder here. And then, how's that, Lon, is it? Okay, see this little juice at the end? You want to throw that, you need all that in there too. That's all good stuff. That's gonna cook.
Let's see.
This is,
It's not done.
no, it's not done yet. But I'm just gonna say, this is how, see how nice that is? That's going to thicken up again because there's that flour on the outside of the chicken. It's gonna be good. And that's it. That's your dish.
Funny.
It's supposed to be. It's lemon white wine. That's good. So a little more salt, a little more chicken. Okay, that's good. See, this is what happens when you don't measure. Right here. That's how you offset it. See, you just add a little bit more.
I think that's good.
That's good. That's all you need. A little bit more salt. I didn't really salt anything, so the salt will help balance it out.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. All right. So now, see how that's cooking in there? We're going to shut it off because we don't want it to. I'm going to plate this up. All right. So what we'll do is we'll plate this up and we'll show you the finished product with the spaghetti. Okay. All right. We're back. We made our thin spaghetti over here, and what I did is I added it to a nice serving bowl, and I just drizzled it with a little olive oil, a little lemon that I had left over, salt and pepper. And then basically I'm just going to pour all the chicken and the juice right over that pasta, see? Just like that. Girls, you see this? Alright, so you want to make it nice and pretty. And then we will serve this sauce over the pasta and the chicken. And then I'm going to give you guys a piece so you can tell me if you like it. And if you don't like it, don't say anything.
Okay.
I'm just teasing. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to pour that right over. That's lemon, white wine, no garlic, and a little bit of chicken broth just to offset the acidity. Okay? Ooh, that looks pretty. What do you think, Alana? One of Alana's favorite dishes.
Looks good.
That looks good. Okay, let me have your plate, honey, and I'll give you a piece. Alright. Ready? Now, let me see the tongs. Okay. Do this. And if you want, Haley, you can add cheese, too, to the pasta. Sometimes we don't, we still like the cheese on there, right?
Yeah, my favorite.
I'll say. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. Oh, you know what? I need the spoon. Okay. All right. So you go over there and you try it, Haley, and tell me if you like it. You never had this before. I'm kind of
Never.
excited.
Thank
It's like
you.
a taste tester. Well, if she eats it, I'm in trouble.
Mom, she's gonna like it.
All right. So get this pasta, and then the chicken, and then the juice. See that? Ooh, like a lot of juice, right, Lana? Here we go. Bon appetit. And then I like to serve this with either green beans. Tonight I did broccoli rabe on the side because we like to have something green. Right, Rach? Gotta have your
Mom,
vegetable.
Haley wants cheese.
Oh, you want the cheese? You know where it is, honey.
Okay.
You know what? She lives here. I'm not waiting on her.
I didn't know if you had it.
I do, sweetie. You know it's in there. And Kelly, don't wait on Lana when she comes to your house either.
Okay. She doesn't.
She doesn't? Alright, so we're going to put this over here, and we're going to see if the girls like it. And if they don't, I'm in big trouble. And here's your broccoli rabe. I might have to do that again. How is it?
Really good.
Is it good?
It's fresh.
See how nice and juicy that is? That's because we finished it in the sauce. We browned it nice on the outside, and we finished cooking it in the sauce. Oh, Haley, I have regular cheese. You want grated?
Oh, God.
Here, honey, I'll get it.
That's fine.
That's
fine.
those are my big. Those are for salads. I like to use the Parmesan. You throw those in salad, but I do have finely grated. All right, so girls, bon appetit. What do you want to say? Do you like it, Haley?
It's really good.
Okay. I just want to make sure because she's in. Wait, I want to make sure she has the right cheese. A little locatelli romano.
Delicious.
Oh, there we go. I know you like your cheese.
I
How
do.
is it?
Thank
Is it
you very
good?
much. Yeah, it's really
All right.
good.
All right, well, we're going to say, you're going to come back. Wait, you're going to do this next one with me.
Yeah,
We'll see you in a few. We're going to do another chicken dish. Bon appetit.